Greetings, geeks and geekorellas. It is me. I am back with another Supergirl review. And oh my god. This pose is now I guess preserved for how the hell am I going to talk about this? This was so good. Because I did it for the Legends finale. I did it for Westworld Season 2 premiere. Doing it now because this episode. But before I get any further, I will be recapping, which means spoilers. Which, honestly, I'd really suggest you watch it first. Then come back and tell me what you think. I mean, I've been a little hesitant about Supergirl this season. But this episode is really something to be seen. Alright, there's your warning. Now I'm going to go into it. Holy. How am I going to talk about this? Guess I'll talk about Jean and his father first. Martian Dad Hunter, as Glenn called him. It starts off with just them doing charades and the dad missteps here and there. Uses his powers when he's not supposed to in the game. Uses them instinctually. Forgets his imaginary childhood friend. Which, by the way, part of me thinks that it might be revealed that he was real. Because we've seen fifth dimensional beings before in this show. I think we've seen 3 or 2. But anywho, then things get worse. There's this race. I forgot the name of it now, but they're psychic and they're sensitive to other psychics. So when the dad does this meditation thing, some of his psychic waves go out and hit her and make her more aggressive. They try to take her down. And, they do take her down. Take her back to the DEO, but they also take the dad back to the DEO because Jean is trying to hide what's going on with his father. But it gets to the point where there is literally all-out chaotic war, agents against agents, monsters, although most of the prisoners, the nondescript ones where they don't have to pay actors, get set free, including a white Martian, and all chaos is let loose. Supergirl and Mon-El are fighting. First time this happens, Wynn fights the other smart DEO agent, but at the end, when they get to the big confrontation, Wynn actually has to stun shoot his own mom because she comes running for him, which was kind of funny and kind of cool. But it ends in this really emotional scene. Well, for one emotional scene, because there are many in this episode. That's why I'm like this. Not because there was any huge what the fuck moment, but because of all the feels. Where Jean is like, let me take care of you, Dad. The dad's fighting back, and that's why everyone's getting aggressive. And so the dad finally laments in this emotional scene. And then we get another emotional scene where the dad is apologizing. And Jean is apologizing. And Alex says something that just like hits me right in the feels. Where she tells Jean, "You always try to protect us. Last night, it was our turn." There are a lot of emotional scenes in this episode. Second one I alluded to before was Kara and Mon-El. Because a couple times during this episode, we see when Jean's father starts to act up, Kara gets more aggressive. Mon-El doesn't because he's got the Legion ring. Which I got one too, I just forgot to bring in. And the Legion ring helps against mental attacks. So he's been safe this whole entire time, but several times they've been sparring when all out hell was breaking loose with the father, including the very end scene where she actually goes up and says stuff like, "I put my neck out for you and got you a job at where I work. Yet you put all your work onto your assistant and then screwed her." Literally. And it was just like her airing grievances against him, which not only was that an emotional moment, but then later in the episode, we got to see her break truth and tell that is indeed how she truly felt. That she actually felt a weight off when he left Earth. Which then we reached the one part about the episode that I did not like, and that was Supergirl goes. It's clear that she wants to be friends, that she's cool with being friends with him now. And we see her say, "You want to be superheroes?" Because he gets his suit fixed in this episode, which, by the way, I really like his suit. I think I like his suit more than I like him. But anyway, she leaves, but then he does a longing look at her, which makes me think, are they going to do the thing that now that he's a better person, they can be a couple again? Which I hope that's not what they're doing. I'm sorry, I know this video is probably going to get flack if anyone actually watches it. But I'm not a fan of Caramel. I am a fan of ML, I guess you could say. Imra and Mon-El. Ermel. No. ML. Whatever. So, then we reached the C plot about the episode, which was the biggest whoa. And that gets me back to this position because Lena and Sam. Oh, this is so. Because Lena quickly figures out what's going on with Sam. I mean, so much so it's hard to believe that she doesn't know that Kara's not Supergirl, but that's beside the point. That's another thing that I just had a problem with, but not just with this episode, with the whole season. Same with Kara and her watching a 3D like rendering of her fight with Rain, getting within inches of her face and still not realizing that it's Sam. But anywho, back to good stuff about this episode. Sam doesn't believe her when she says that you're Rain. And it gets frustrating because Sam she keeps pushing and showing her evidence and she denies it. So finally Lena says, alright, I will push you to your limit, bring up your soft spot, Ruby, and treat her and lie to her, say that she's a monster, get her to rush and get angry, and she does. She tears up her little cell that Lena had her in, somewhat. Then it looks like Lena attacks her with this kryptonite subduing thing. We don't see what it is. All we see is like kryptonite in her veins as she wakes up. And we see her watch her breakdown against Lena and switch into Rain. And oh my god. I think that's the best acting that we've seen from this actress who plays Sam all season. Like, just the distraught, holy crap, I've killed people. What a kind of monster am I? And then Lena comes in and consoles her, which is really cool. And so Sam's all on board with Lena fixing her, because apparently now that she's actually turned into Rain, while she could study her, that's helped to give them more information. Then we also got a nice scene with her and talking about Ruby and saying that she doesn't want to know where Ruby is at all because she don't want Rain to know, which was emotionally hitting, but well done. This episode was really well acted and like came out of nowhere. I mean, I thought this week was going to be next week, and next week looks like it might be back to the pre-break quality. But as for this episode was, I hate to say it, but probably better than last week. And last week was like my favorite episode of the season, minus the crossover. And dang, it's like it came out of nowhere. It was filled with acting. We got to see the best of people that I was kind of indifferent about, like Mon-El and Sam. But oh my god, this episode, if it continues this quality, Supergirl could be the second best season 3 of the Arrowverse. Number 1 being, of course, Legends. But I don't know. I'm hopeful that this season will end high, but based on the first half of the season, I'm tempering my hopes. Oh, also this episode had a cool subplot thing with Lena and James, and I really did like it. Just, I've run out of time because I've probably been talking too long. Because damn this episode, but I mean in a good way. Whoa. Anyway, join me tomorrow where I will be doing Rise. Hopefully more on time now that Black Lightning's done. And then Krypton on Wednesday. And if I can, I don't think I can, But if I can, I will try to do Westworld on Sunday. Like I said in that video, I think that I just got the free weekend on my cable network. So, who knows? I will try, but it probably won't happen. But otherwise, I still got my 3 shows a week, and if I can't do Westworld, I'll try to add a 4th sometime soon. But anyway, that's it for now. Till next time. And beyond.